going on, guys? Nolad Gaming here, and I'm back with part 3. So, in the last video, if you guys remember, we had our little house that was over here on this back side. So, what happened is I've been using NVIDIA to screen capture my recordings and do it that way, but I've been having lots of problems with it. Is like when I record, I do a whole episode and then I go to edit it and it's a black screen the whole time. Or it'll play for like a first couple minutes and then after that it just freezes up and it doesn't record anything else and the audio gets messed up. So it's been really frustrating trying to deal with that. And it seems like a lot of other people also are having the same issues. But from the last episode, there was someone that left a comment telling me about OBS, so that is currently what I'm using right now. And it seems to be working great. So, what ended up happening in the last episode was I tore down the last house, did this whole big ordeal, like seeing our farewells and everything, and then tore it down and then finished building the base layer of our new house. So this is kind of how the house is looking so far. This is just the base layer. I'm planning on building on more to it, and it was kind of the whole episode was about building this. So just to kind of give you guys some of the details about it, this is like the front area here. Right now it's a window. I put dirt blocks here so we could use it as our house for right now and don't have to worry about mobs getting in if I'm working through the night until we find some sand and can smelt that and get some glass. Then we can have windows, but for right now this is going to do the trick and it still allows light to get inside and see and allow us to see out. But this is 7 blocks across, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 3 of those, and then I sent it back 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a 5th one there that's a log, and then I did 7 across again, and it kind of wraps around. Same thing on the back side. I'm going to go ahead and climb up. I did a little staircase here. So this is the roof part, and eventually we're going to be adding onto this and building it up. But this is the start. Also, I ended up clearing out all of this area. So I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a big mountain right here that came out, and then there was another little island hill thing here, and I cleared all of that out, made it more square so that the house would fit in here nicely. I had to lower this down one because this all came out over here, so I had to push that back, trying to make it look as natural as possible. And then we can also see the top layer of our cow farm. That's now working, so I'll show you guys that in just a second. But then I had to use some of the dirt that I got from excavating all of this, and I filled in the land a little bit more because I have plans of building a storage center. And it's also time to get out of our starter house and move on to something bigger. So to help me out with this, I did start a tree farm. You can build it depending on how big of a building you're trying to build or what you need it for. They can also look kind of nice, but we have these trees over here, and I kind of placed the saplings 4 apart, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So 3 apart, and then place a sapling. So I do that so that they can grow and you get the most amount of leaves possible, but still keep it kind of somewhat condensed, so that way when we mine it we can get all of the sticks and saplings and apples from the leaves. So a tree farm can work for many different things. It gets you wood, it gets you sticks, which is handy when you're building stuff and you're using a lot of tools. And then the apples are also great because it's another food source, but you can also turn them into golden apples with the nuggets, golden nuggets in an apple. We also have this kind of wood here. We don't need as much of this kind, so I only have three. Sometimes I'll do a fourth one there. But this is what most of this build is going to be made out of. So I've placed a chest inside of our house, and that's where I've been keeping all the wood. So I used all of the oak logs. I still have some in my inventory, and then we have the spruce logs there. And then this is the different blocks from our house, the starter house. I need to go ahead and get the furnace and crafting table placed down as well. So yeah, this is kind of our house so far. Get these enclosed. Also, I'm not going to leave the mine right in the center of our house, but that's going to have to wait until we get a little bit further with everything. And then I'd like to have a own separate area of where we can access the mine, so it's not right there. We did have some pillagers come through, so our neighbors are coming back to try to get the revenge. I didn't engage with them, and they kind of just stayed and did their own thing over here for a while, and then they made their way through. Whoops. Also, I extended the farm a little bit. So now we have 2 rows of carrots. We're supposed to have 2 rows of potatoes, and then we got 2 rows of the beetroot. So that's great. We have lots of food now. And then I also want to show you guys how the new cow farm works, because it's working now. We have enough cows inside of the one block in order for it to work properly. So let me see if I have any wheat. Also, I killed an enderman and we got an ender pearl, and then we also got a grass block from another one. I've only done the farm one time where it worked properly, so we got 16 raw beef and 10 leather from it. I wonder how much we'll get from it this time. And I forgot I can't have those on top, but I did see a little trick that I wonder if it works. So before we could not open that chest, but if we come around here, come back on top, and there's the dirt blocks that are up here. If we get a shovel and you make like the path on it, so you right click, I wonder if this will work. Because before, for our cow farm, we did the upside down stair, and that allows us to have access to the chest, and I think we can trick this. There you go. So by creating a dirt or putting a dirt block on top of a chest, creating the path on top, it doesn't see it as a complete block, a full block, and so you are able to still access your chest. So that's a good idea for even hiding your chest if you're playing a multiplayer server or world with some of your friends. That's one way that you can hide some chests. So let's go over here. I'll show you how it works. I did turn down the volume for it. Before, in our small starter house, when we're all the way over here, we couldn't hear the cows, and this is why I say you want to place these farms far away so you're not hearing the cows, because they can be very annoying and loud. So I did turn it down so it's not overbearing, but if we hit the button, it makes all the cows float up to the top. We get the wheat. Most of the time you can just stay in one spot and just right click or feed the cows. Sometimes you have to move side to side. I did run out of wheat. I wonder if we could feed them any more. just go harvest some of the farm really quick. So I don't know if I explained it really well in the last video, but basically by feeding the cows, it makes them have babies, and then you can only have a certain amount of animals in one block. And so once you hit that limit and you start going over, then it kills the older cows and it allows the babies to grow up, and then you feed them again, and you just rinse and repeat that process, and that's what allows them to um, be no longer with us and leave behind the beef and the leather. Let's see. So we got 8 leather that time and 15 raw beef. So if you set up a campfire, you can get those things cooking up, and then you have the best food source in the game. I wonder what this guy has for sale. Nothing we don't already have, but I do want these guys and the leashes. I believe we have some fences here. Okay, we have one fence. Do we have another one somewhere? Yep, okay. Alright, so these guys are not going to be happy when I do this. Go ahead and have them be on watch. Alright, there we go. Just gonna dodge those. Get that guy there. Eventually they won't be upset at me anymore, but for now they are not happy with me. Oh my gosh, I've never seen one run that far away when it's connected. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this top layer up here. I'm thinking I'm going to do some more of the 7x7s and kind of place it here in the center, and then that can leave us a little walking area back here where I can have staircases on both sides, and then we can have a cool front entrance here, and then have it be even taller. And then that's when we're going to start putting different roofs and stuff on. And yeah, so let me kind of get an idea of what I want to do and also sleep so that it'll be morning time. So now, once I get this placed, now our doors are working good, so just how they were working in our last house. Now we can go ahead and run right out. We're okay. If we open the door, come inside, it closes behind us. So let's head back up here to the top after I grab some of that. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna go ahead and stick with the 7x7 look. I'm gonna come over to this side so we don't have to listen to the cows, but we're gonna do 1, 2, here I'll go ahead and place these, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, first little area, well, same thing on this side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, so let me go ahead and do that to the other side. So now I'm going to be placing a block here, a block here, do that on both sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and place that down like that. Maybe go like that, something like that. So now we'll have an entrance up here on top. Probably do it the same height, so the 5 high. Let me go ahead and just count those out again, make sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I fall and place a block because I need to place a block here anyways, but that way I don't take damage. Alright guys, so this is where I got some more done on the top level. I got the frame of it built, so I kind of have it just where this part is still open, and then on the back side I have it extending out, so that way I'll have the staircases here so we can kind of come up and still have access to this area, and I'll probably even put doorways on this side, and then over here I want to have doorways going into this section, and same on the other side there, just like how I have it set up, because roof's eventually gonna go here to cover this up, and then on top of this building once we're done with it. So this can be an extra little storage area or something. And this is still going to be the front. I'm not yet sure how I want to have this look yet. Eventually we are going to have to move our cow farm, but it is good that we got it fully working now. So in the meantime, we're just going to keep that there, keep feeding the cows wheat and getting more and more beef and leather. We also got 2 new pets that the wandering trader kindly left us, so we have that, and then we also extended onto our farm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for leaving the comments that you did. Finding out about this new screen capture and way to record these YouTube videos is really helpful, so thank you to the person that left that comment. I'm new to this, so I'm still learning, trying to figure out the best way to do it to provide you guys with the best content I possibly can. So hopefully this is better. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. This is part 1 of our new home, and part 3 in the series. Next episode, I want to build more onto the house. Maybe we'll even finish the house as far as the main structure goes. And then I do want to get down in the mine some more, get some more resources before we start decorating the inside of our new house and working on where the storage area is going to be. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please leave suggestions in the comment section. Subscribe. I'm going to be trying to get out as many videos as I can per week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.